Nipakoja, reflective knowledge must be mature. Yogi should be prudent and wise. In Visuddhimagga, the path of purification, the knowledge of Pariharika Nipako. Nipako means Pariharika knowledge. This knowledge of Pariharika is nothing but the reflective knowledge which is capable of carrying out any task to completion. These are the knowledges which reflect with full consciousness whether what we are doing is advantageous or not. When meditators know that a certain action is beneficial, they should not do it right away. The next thing to consider is whether or not it is suitable. Sometimes, although it may be beneficial to do something, it may not be suitable according to place and time. For example, going to a shrine, a pagoda or a Bodhi tree is beneficial, but when there is a pagoda festival with a lot of people coming from faraway districts, there will be a great crowd. Then meditators should not go there. When they go there, they will see many people and many things. Then they will be distracted and their meditation will be disturbed. So, although going to a shrine or going to a Bodhi tree is beneficial, it is unsuitable to meditate when there are many people around. Giving a Dhamma talk is beneficial to do not only for the listeners, but also for the one who gives the talk. However, when there are crowds and when some sort of merrymaking is going on, then it is neither a suitable time nor a suitable place such a talk. Its meaning whether something is suitable or not is the second kind of clear comprehension, sambhajinya, the clear comprehension of what is suitable. And clear comprehension of what is suitable in looking at a corpse and applying its nature to our own body may be beneficial, but it is not suitable for us to look at a corpse, passionate thoughts, lustful thoughts. So it is not a suitable action and a suitable object of meditation. So two kinds of clear comprehension can be applied to any ordinary daily life. When meditators apply these two clear comprehension to what they are doing, they will not do anything wrong. We prosper. Yogis should be prudent and wise to encourage and to persevere the practice, to carry on the practice in the sublime teaching regarding a disheartened monk. Buddha told story of the distant past. Ita chena vira desi satamasa niyamatam chiranton anutapesi seri vayanva vanijo. If you give up your practice in this sublime teaching to Nibbana, you will suffer long like the trader of Siriva who lost a golden bowl worth 100,000 pieces. And Buddha told this story of the distant past. 5 long aeons ago, the Bodhisattva was an honest trader selling pots and pans in the kingdom of Siriva. Sometimes he traveled with another trader from the same kingdom, a greedy fellow who handled the same wares. One day, 2 traders crossed the Telavaha river to do business in the bustling city of Antapura. As usual, to avoid competing with each other, they divided the city. My friend, you go and sell in the southern part of the city. I will go and sell in the northern part. After selling in your part, then you go to the northern part, and then I will go to the south. They agreed, and they began to sell their goods from door to door. In the city, there was a ramshackle mansion. Years before, the family had been rich merchants. You know, life is sometimes ups and sometimes down, ups and down, ups and down. Now, at that time, the merchant's fortune had dwindled to nothing, and all the men of the family had died. The sole survivor was a girl and her grandmother, and these two earned their living by working for hire. That afternoon, while the greedy peddler was on his rounds, he came to the door of that very house. He cried, "Manike Ganata, Manike Ganata." Mothers and sisters, earrings, necklace, buy it now, don't be late. He cried. Necklace, earrings, lovely, greedy peddler cried. And the young girl heard his crying, so she begged to her mother, "Amma mesha ekam pilandakam gana." Grandmother, please buy me a trinket. I want it. Amma mayan dokata kain datwa ganesami. My dear, we are very poor. There's not a cent in our house, you know. I can think of anything to offer in exchange, the grandmother said. The girl suddenly remembered an old bowl. Aya no pati ati, noja amaka upakara, iman datwa gana. Grandmother, here is an old bowl. It is of no use to us. Let us try to trade it for something nice. The girl remembered an old bowl, so she pointed out that bowl. What is that bowl? What the little girl showed her grandmother was an old bowl which had been used by the great merchant, the late head of the family. He had always eaten his curry served from this beautiful, expensive golden bowl. After his death, it had been thrown among the pots and pans and forgotten. Since the golden bowl had not been used for a very long time, it was completely covered with grime. Two women had no idea it was gold. They didn't know that it was a golden bowl. The old woman asked the trader to come in and sit down. She showed him the bowl and said, "Eya, imagitwa tawa beginiya kenjidewa dehi." My friends, my granddaughter would like a trinket. Would you be so kind as to take this bowl and give her something or other in exchange? The grandmother said to the trader. The peddler took the bowl in his hand and turned it over. He checked and checked. He suspected heavy Sovinapati boy's sati, golden bowl. So suspecting its value, he scratched the back of it with a needle. After just one covert look, he knew for certain the bowl was real gold. What do you think? The golden bowl was in your hand. Can you take it now or not? Thinking, peddler sat there, frowning and thinking. His greed increased fast. His desire intensified. At last he decided to try to get the bowl without giving the woman anything, whatever for it. So he pretended to be angry. He growled, Ayam kain agati, adamasako paisa mulana hoti. Why did you bring me this stupid bowl? It is not worth half a cent, he growled. Then he threw the bowl to the floor. He got up and stalked out of the house in apparent disgust. Since it had been agreed between the two traders that the one might try the streets which the other had already covered, the honest peddler, the bodhisattva, came later into the same street and appeared at the door of the house. He cried, Manike Ganata, earrings, necklace, reasonable price, he cried. Once again the young girl made the same request of her grandmother, and the old woman replied, Amma, Patama agata wanijo pating bumiya kebitwa kato. Idani kain tatwa ganesama. My dear, the first peddler threw our bowl on the ground and stormed out of the house. What have we got left to offer? The grandmother said to the girl. Be patient, my dear, the grandmother said to the girl. But the girl said, Amma, so wanijo prusa wacho ayampana piya dasano mudu sanlapo apiwanama nanganeya. Grandmother, the first trader was nasty. This one looks and sounds very kind. I think he will take it. The girl said to the grandmother, Amma dinahi pekosahi. Okay, you can call him. The grandmother said to the girl. When the peddler came into the house, the two women gave him a seat and shyly put the bowl to his hands. Immediately, the honest peddler recognized that the bowl was gold. He said, Grandmother, this bowl is worth 100,000 pieces of silver. I'm sorry, but I don't have that much money. The wise peddler is honest. The grandmother was astonished at the words of the honest peddler. So she said, Ayampana tawa ponyena suwana pati jata bhavisati. Mayam iman toshan dema. Sir, another peddler who came here a little while ago said that it was not worth half a cent. He got angry, threw it on the floor, and went away. If it was not valuable then, it must be because of your own karma that the bowl has turned into gold. Please take it, and just give us something or other for it. We will be more than satisfied. The grandmother said to the honest peddler, Take it. It must be because of your own good karma that the bowl has turned into gold. So you take it, the grandmother said. At the time, the honest peddler had only 500 pieces of silver and goods worth another 500. So he have total 1,000. So the bodhisattva, the wise peddler, gave everything to the old woman, asking only to keep his scales, his bag, and 8 kwais for his return fare. Of course, they were happy to, after profuse thanks on both sides. The wise trader hurried to the river with the golden bowl. He knew surely the first peddler would come very soon. So the bodhisattva, the wise Peddler hurried to the riverside, gave his 8 coins to the boatman, and got. So the Bodhisattva, the wise peddler, took the golden bowl and hurried to the riverside, got in. Now, dishonest peddler was coming to get the bowl. On the way he was thinking, very good dreams. Now I will go back to that old woman and pay only 5 pieces of coin, and I will take the golden bowl. Then I will be rich. I will enjoy with all my family. He think. So he had that such long dream. He assumed that the golden bowl was stay in the hands of the old woman. Assumed that the golden bowl was stay existing, but golden bowl was not existed there. Actually, it was already purchased and taken away by the honest peddler. Not long after the honest peddler had left, the greedy peddler returned to the house. He gave the impression of having reluctantly reconsidered their offer. The greedy peddler asked them, "Grandmother, now bring out your bowl. I will pay 5 pieces of coin for your old bowl." He said, "Your bowl is very old, so I will pay 5 pieces of coin." The peddler said to the grandmother. The grandmother flew at him. "You scoundrel, you dishonest," she cried. "You told us that our golden bowl was not worth even half a cent. Luckily of us, an honest trader came after you left and told us it was really worth 100,000 pieces of silver. He gave us 1,000 for it and took it away. Very sorry, you are very late," the grandmother said. "Now, honest trader took it away. You are too late," the grandmother said. And when the peddler, greedy peddler, heard this, an intense pain swept over him. "No, it is my bowl. I got it first. He robbed me. He robbed me," he cried. "He got my golden bowl worth 100,000. So the greedy peddler became hysterical and lost all control. He threw down his money and merchandise. He tore off his shirt, and then he grabbed the beam of his cape for a club, and then he ran to the riverside to catch the trader, crying, "He is the thief. He robbed me, he robbed me," he cried. So when the peddler got to the river, the boat was already in midstream. He shouted for the boat, "Ambo Navika, Ambo Navika, Nawun Niwitehi. Boatman, come back. Boatman, come back. Thief is in your boat. Come back," cried. The greedy peddler shouted for the boat to return to shore, but the honest peddler, who had already paid to the boatman, so he calmly told the ferryman, "Continue on. Tata ma niwitayi." Boatman, carry on. So the frustrated trader could only stand there on the river bank and watch his rival escape. The sight so infuriated him that a fierce hate swelled up inside him. His heart grew hot and blood gushed from his mouth. Finally, his heart cracked like the mud at the bottom of the pond, dried up by the sun. So intense was the unreasoning hatred which he developed against the other trader because of the golden bowl, that he perished then and there. The honest trader returned to Siriwa That was our Bodhisattva. He lived a full life spent in charity and other good works, and passed away to fare according to his good karma. And Buddha finished this story. Buddha said, I myself was wise and honest trader. Devadatta was the greedy trader. Buddha identified. So from that Siriwa Jataka expounded by our Lord Buddha, how we need to understand. So a yogi must be wise to reap the benefits of the truth of the Dharma. Yogi must be prudent to obtain the benefits of the Vipassana meditation when golden opportunity is present. We have to end our discourse for today by practicing Vipassana meditation, by reaping the benefits of the truth of the Vipassana, by observing every phenomena occurring at the six senses continuously and meticulously. May you all practitioners obtain the golden bowl. May you all practitioners